designated kid flash smoke buyer. If even if he is like this and he's not, no one else is comfortable buying the, you can have like the guy who's like right here, but preferably this guy right here. This is the best spawn. So he comes here, he just runs down bathrooms. Going through bathrooms is always faster, by the way. And he just comes up mid, and then he just like spots like one, like jiggle peaks or like this. And then if you see anybody, like they're normally crossing to playground or like they're running here, your job is to just run back as fast as you can and call that there's going to be A, or that there's some action mid. So the other 4 players, one person should be here, the rotator. You basically the guy with the kit or whatever flash, and then he's gonna be spawning from heaven. And the other 3 are gonna be B, like probably one guy here. This is a good spot. One guy like here, and then the other. Well, there's. Do you guys like playing aggressive on pistol round at B or passive?
Passive.
I think passive is a little bit better. So like basically one guy here, one guy like in pit, like right here. You can even have 2 people pit. Like if a guy has a good spawn for barrels, you can go barrels, 1 pit and 1 graffiti, or just like do that. And then there's 1 heaven. So if there's action A, this guy he just books it back towards A, and then he just goes back here. The guy who was previously spawning mid, he just runs back, goes truck or something. Like this is a really good spot, like where if you go here, you can kind of jump spot if they start walking or something through this window, through the spot, they're close or something. But this is a really good angle to hold. The other guy could be here, or he could be bank. But it's a little. If they're rushing, I think this spot's really good right here, like holding bomb site, because then you're able to wide swing to help this guy. Like this guy makes contact first. Once you start shooting, you like wide swing and start, or like this way is probably better, or this way, just to help them out, or like you guys are baiting each other. But if they don't rush right away, you're probably better to go on this APC right here. And you can like jump spot, like on this ledge right here. You can spot long and bathrooms. Another guy stays here. From there, the guy who was previously playing over here, if there is action A, he needs to rotate back to heaven right here. And then the guy who is pit, he needs to fall back, like play more passive here. And the guy with graffiti. This way, you guys are playing retake B, because you don't. If people start rotating, you guys need to shift your defense as a team back more, because you guys lost 1 person to watch a spot at the other site, like especially on overpass. Like you can't be holding like barrels or like over here, or with 2 people, because if this guy dies, it leaves the other guy who is playing over here or graffiti to be alone, and that's just awkward. Then this guy's like, he's just hiding the whole time. If he peeks and dies, then you have no chance of retake, basically, because then the CTs the Ts can literally push up to like literally right here and underneath heaven, and you know how that is, like when you're trying to retake, whatever the side is, A or B, and you're peeking heaven, you jump down, this guy's here, or this guy's trying to come into sight right here, this guy's like right here. It's really hard. So that's just pistol round. But if they go B, like it's pretty standard. Yeah.
Like,
Any
what
question?
are good rotates for like gun rounds? Like, when's it appropriate to like go through connector, or like should you always rotate through CT? Unless one guy's like alert. Like,
So if you guys like playing connector, I honestly think playing in here solo is literally you're throwing the game, because like a standard setup for. Is anybody an opper here? Do you guys like have a very comfortable opper who loves opping? Do you play A? Okay, good. Cause yeah, if you're a comfortable opper, this is what I usually do. Like I was an opper and I played solo A. There's so many things you could do, cause you can hold this side by yourself. Like holding this place right here, you can watch both, or like, or just even back here, like a jump spot here, and then like be cheeky, and then if I see somebody, just like quick peek and kill somebody. But normally, if they go B a lot, like if they're doing fast B, you guys need to play 4-1, like 4B, like the basically pistol setup. That's just a default pistol setup. If they take things really slow, then you guys can like do like other stuff, like I need to turn no clip off. Get my other keyboard real quick. All right. So yeah, so this is a 2-1-2 setup where it's just 2 people A, or 2-3, but basically it's just the guy Heaven. The 2-1-2 setup is, I'll explain B side first. Like, the best guy B tries to go like barrels. Barrels is really good, and you molly this. You just molly, you just hold barrels like you kind of want it to land right here, and you just hold, and then you do your standard like here. The other guys just over here, and you guys are holding kind of together, or even graffiti. And then you guys are just smoking things off, and you guys are just waiting for them to do something. Once you don't want to use your smokes right away in the beginning, because if they do things really fast, like then you want to smoke things out to make things like ruin their like comfort zone. But if they take things really slow, like they don't execute until like 20 seconds into the fucking game, and they never peek, and there's like 4 people in water here, like over here, and they're all just waiting here until like 30 seconds, and they just set up smokes and they like execute or something or whatever, and then like they come out. If you have those smokes at like 20 seconds and you know that they're gonna execute soon, or even like 30 or 40 seconds, basically like if the team executes at like 30 seconds and you still have a smoke block a choke, this smoke goes down at 30 seconds. The smoke lasts for like 18 seconds, 16 seconds until it starts like dissipating a little bit. And then this is up, like, they have 15 seconds to clear the bomb site, kill 2 people or 3 people holding the site, and get the bomb down. If any one of those conditions go wrong for the terrorists, they lose. And it's like, they can't clear corners right away. They have to rush into the site, like, go hard. So that really, if they do that, then you guys should hold them to utility. If they take things fast, then you guys should smoke things early. Like normally, but then you have to switch it up every time because, well, I don't know about an open, but like higher level is like, a team that doesn't use their molly. Like, let's say you come out in pre-molly, and then some rounds, and then for the next like 5 rounds, you don't smoke right away. Then, some people might like lurk here. They'll be like, okay, molly's down, and then they know you don't smoke right away and you don't peek because they're like watching this like here. Then like people like might walk out like this after your molly runs out, and they just like might get you, or they might explode and just like off one pop flash. So it's like some rounds you molly and then you instantly like pre-smoke. Usually on eco rounds I would just consider throwing a molly and then instantly like smoking, because they're gonna do something fast. They're not gonna wait it out. But yeah. So that 2-1-2 setup, 1 barrel is like 1 over here or graffiti, 1 guy Heaven, and then I'll spin the 8. This is your 2-1-2. This is like when they don't rush. They like to take things slower and get like map control all over the map. So the guys at A, if you guys are usually opping, right? If you try to, for the most part, if you have money, you usually opt. So couple setups I like to do with an op is like you play double long. You guys can switch this up any round, whatever you feel like playing. You get up here, you play right here. Watch this spot. Other guy plays underneath you here, and then if he kind of plays like on this side, but he doesn't peek. He basically like listens. If he hears anything, you want to smoke like that. Because if you smoke it here, this is the terrace, they usually smoke this, then they can like, it blocks everything. But if you smoke it like this way, you can even do like a one-way where it kind of comes out a little to the right, and you can see people walking like this. But you don't want to, and this is only for like maybe 30 seconds or so, or until like the long guy, he, misses a couple of shots or something. Like you see like 2 people come out, you kill 1. And then the long guy, you should fall back all the way to site. And then from here, this guy, once you hear action at long, you should smoke it anyways. And then you should go through, or just run. Or if you have time, running back this way is kind of hard. because you might get shot in the back. So if you have a smoke up, you know, whatever's convenient for you, just try to get out. And then you play over here. No, not here. I mean, this spot. This spot's like my favorite spot. Like having one guy here and the other guy. The opera can be anywhere from here,
So that first
here.
one, was it the bathroom and you can smoke off like that door thing?
Yeah.
Or
That's another setup. But wait, what? What
Oh,
door?
sorry. I was minimized. So for the guy who's not opting it, what
So like
what was he able to?
he's basically watching or listening for info for guys coming mid or party, and kind of just spotting like uh this, kind of like this, not with an op though, but like with the rifle. And then if you hear something, you just go like, you know, throw smoke like that, and then you just play like right here. But you should start rotating this way, and the long guy you should start falling back to, because you don't want to stay up close bathrooms for the longest time. The whole idea of playing close bathrooms is because it puts pressure on them, so they don't just walk up to the map and get map control for free. You know, if they see like something here, or like they know you're playing here, they're not gonna just run out here and just take bathrooms like this in the first 10 seconds. So it makes them work for their positioning, and it takes them maybe up to 30, 40 seconds clearing everything out, you know? And then like you bought 40 seconds before they can execute on an A. So like, but in the end, like there are multiple ways to play. Like for like rifle and op 2-1-2, like playing this guy here is really good. Playing this guy in the corner right there, he can watch your close bathrooms and not peek, and you can just bait for him. You can play here. This is dangerous if you don't have a smoke, and they take long control as well, because if you don't have a smoke, you're literally stuck here and you can't do anything about it. So play here or play here, because you don't have to be afraid of people peeking you here, because you have a long guy, and if he, you know, you should know that this guy should know that somebody's gonna peek there. So you can play here. You could even play like, I'm personally playing like this, like to bait this shot out. And then, because this guy, like, if you hold this angle right here, like the angle, the only person that can kill you is like this, but this guy will kill him, you know. And then, and you can even like do flashes and stuff. Like if there's a guy like in close corner right there, you can like pull out a flash and just like pop flash, and the guy in the corner can like peek and kill him. Or you guys can play like that, or like if you know that they're coming long, you just flash for him like that, and then you start rotating this way, so you know.
Yeah.
But that's your 2-1-2. In that 2-1-2, if there's no action A and there's no, like, you know that they're taking water control, you want to go back into that solo A setup where you just leave the opper to play by himself, and then the guy who is playing close bathrooms, like you should just immediately rotate. And then and the guy who is playing heaven right here, you should drop into sight, because
Right,
you want to be able to, because they smoke out heaven right away, you know? And once they start smoking heaven out, you want to jump out, because if you stay there, they're going to smoke you out and you're just leaving your teammates to dry. It's like same thing with cash, like when the guy's playing tree as a rotator and the guy in A or B is anchoring and they smoke off the tree. Like the guy tree, like you have to go through that smoke, dude. Otherwise, like you just let the teammate to die. You're a bad teammate. This is the aggressive setup I like doing. On A, you can even do things like triple push long B or long A here, like have an opper on top of this flower plot, and then have two people with rifles just push up to that rock, kind of with their backs turned so they don't get pop flash like this, you know, like this. And they hug the close wall, and as soon as like, you know, the opper shoots, they turn around, you know, do that. Actually, just the first person back turn, or second person back turn, first person gun out. That way, like the first person, they surprise you, just peek, you shoot him with the opper, and then the second guy, he's dodging the flash. He's literally playing for the flash, and once he's unflashed, like he turns around too, or you know, however that works. But once you guys clear triple long, you guys clear this, and you guys peek together. You guys can either I would recommend pushing one person hold all the way through, and the other guy holding this way. If you guys didn't hear anything mid previously, like, you know, you cleared mid, you didn't hear anything bathrooms as you guys were walking up, because you could hear it through the walls. One guy should hold here. I know like Olaf does this sometimes, and I saw Shocks win like the fucking major like this. He holds here, and he just waits for people to like come out, rotate connector. And the other guy who is playing A long on the flower pot, he just goes back to rotator and stuff like that. On that, and then, but that's like your aggressive long push. Your other setup is you guys like taking bathrooms, right? This can be done on like a janky like, oh, you guys don't have money buy, like you guys kind of forced. You have like maybe a mag 7 or even like Bombus, couple nades. So what you guys do is you guys run double stairs. Like you run 2 people stairs. You can even smoke this if you want, but you don't need to. And then you just come down. 2 people come down, smoke this, and you guys wait here. You do like some weird flash or something. I don't think that would... Oh shit, I still know that. But you guys are coming out to clear this. But you guys are doing this all in tandem with your teammates who are also coming here. So it's basically 2 people stairs, 1 person at A. He's basically watching long A, or like bathrooms long A, so, like from sight, just to like make sure that they don't rush long A. And he's playing kind of like rotator as well, this guy who is playing here. And he's also throwing this smoke. So the guy at anchor A, like the guy at opera normally, you come here, against the wheel, you feel like you get stuck here. And you throw this smoke. You aim at the window, like you see where I'm aiming? Like that window right here. You just kind of throw that. And then the other 2 people who played B on the 2-1-2, like this is, you guys are forgetting long. You guys maybe throw a molly, or don't even throw that. You guys are coming here, you guys are just throwing a flash or whatever, like off the wall, and it's gonna land out here, and you guys are gonna peek together at the same time as these guys. So like, you guys are getting water's control. And if they rush B, you guys are just giving up B, and you guys are just holding water as 4 people. And you guys have the advantage. You guys can like flank around, do this. So basically this is gonna be smoked here. And then the 2 people are gonna come out from here. So you guys are smoking this, the stairs guys. And you guys are like, if you know that someone's gonna rush you hold here until your cat guys are ready. And then the cat guys are coming out at the same time. And then you guys are coming out the door and you guys kill anybody in this area. So this prevents people from getting water control. And then the 2 stairs guys, never go back up the stairs. Never go back up the stairs. Because you don't know that if they came here, you will die. So the 2 people here, you rotate like this. You just come back through here, and then if there's nobody B, you know that nobody's rushing, you guys can just run back to A, like through CT spawn. Because then you know that like, okay, they're not rushing B, we have water control, so there's a lot of action at mid, and we need to get out of here. So just run back to A, and then 2 people, like you close by the door, you play like, 1 person plays here, and the other guy plays like, this is kind of dangerous. Like if you peek this, you could even get risky like later in the round to push through, clear this completely, and just cheat everybody towards A. But normally, you have that one guy in the cubby, like bottom there. The other guy plays like kind of over here-ish. And he's just spotting like this. Hold that angle. And then you guys are just holding this, and you guys are playing retake B. And you have the other guy having spotting like all the way down here. Anyways, so it's like that. Those are the like 3 setups or something for CT set. Do you guys know these smokes? Like getting like coming out underneath here, like the B guys. You come here, you hold right click and you just jump or something, and then you smoke the tunnel. There's like a molly too or something that you guys can do.
Yeah, I can smoke it from A too. Is that like is that beneficial at all? Like more beneficial at all? Or I guess it depends if they go A or B more.
I would save your smokes for A if you guys are playing 2-1-2. If you're playing solo, I would actually... If you're playing aggressive, and where you guys are getting like stairs control and water control, I would throw it from A, because then it gives more time to do it. But if you aren't playing aggressive, then the people at B can just throw it. It's the same timing anyways, kinda. So just remember that water control like thing. It was really good. Like, because you don't want to put a solo guy into stairs. Like, it's really hard for that guy to do anything, especially if you lose mid. You know, they smoke bathrooms off, and then what do you do then? You know, and then you have the guy on stairs. and the guy in the stairs is just like a free kill. Like he has to watch two different angles, and if like, you know, he doesn't hit a lot of shots, he's gonna die. Like if you're holding here, your smoke runs out here, and then like they take water control and you're stuck in here and you don't even have mid control, like you're gonna die. Like there's no way. Like playing in here is suicide unless you have like more than one person. I think that's it for CT side. Do you have any like questions or scenarios that you would want to do, or
So you don't recommend solo connector?
no, never. Connector is a bad place to be ever. Like unless you're like just superiorly better than them and you have a bag 7 and you know you can just like kill people here like whenever, but you should never do this alone, especially if your team doesn't have water control. Maybe if your team gets water control, this is smoked out, you have a person holding here or something like this, because like if you're here alone and your smoke runs out and you have to watch basically two angles, and let's say you guess wrong, you have a guy lurking literally right here and you go back because you hear something and you're watching this guy can creep up on you. Or let's say you're fighting this guy and there's two people here and you're alone, you're gonna get traded. Getting traded on CT side is the worst thing, especially in a forward position, because it's always the T's always have an advantage when it's equal number, because they're always like taking a site and you have to split your resources, you know? So it's always gonna be like 3 versus 2 or 3 versus 1 technically, even though it's like 3 versus 3, because you're not gonna have 3 people at the same site, you know?
Yeah.
So like, you know, if they have 2 people here, or even like you're holding here, you get damaged, the guy just runs downstairs and frags you. It's like same thing. Or like if you don't have water control and you're in here, like the guy opens the door and they like, you know, some guy's gonna coming. If they get water control, they're gonna have a guy holding here, you know, like he's gonna be coming this way soon. And they have like one guy lurking mid or something, you know? Actually, yeah. Eco rounds, like I would do that water control thing, like double push here and smoke this out. Or you don't even have to, yeah, probably smoke that out, whatever. Smoke that out. And then you guys are just coming in water. And then you guys can use this opportunity to like frag anybody in connector. If there's usually a guy like waiting right here with an AK or something on eco rounds anyways. If there's nobody here, you can, don't try to fight him though. Like if he's there, like don't try to like swing out with your pistols, no armor, and try to kill him. Like it's better to just maybe go all at once if you have a flash or something, or but if you don't see him there, you can have one guy lurk, you just walk and just wait like right here. But don't go up the ladder right away until you hear like calls from a different like teammate that are on the opposite side of the map saying, oh, they're over here. Because if you walk up the ladder, you're gonna die. Because there's no way nobody's watching that, dude. There's at least one person. Unless they're rushing, but then like you'll get the call anyways.
What?
What?
He said, what do you recommend default map control strats?
Oh, there's 2 on T side. T side is a lot easier to like go over. Cause 3 like CT side is all about like predicting what they're gonna do and like trying to find countermeasures for that. Especially on a map that's like Overpass and Cache, cause you can't just run the same setup every time. Cause then, you know, what if they go to the opposite side? Like running 2-1-2 on Cache. If they get mid control, you're fucked.
Yeah, like I was
you know what I mean?
wondering, like CT side, so like how should they rotate over if we're pretty much giving up long A? Like it's like you should never go through backup, right?
Yeah, because if you go up this way and you throw smoke here to block them coming rushing, maybe even throw a flash as they're coming down here. But like the guy in a site, he's not coming with you to watch your back here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like you don't know what's up here. After like you go down here, you don't know like if there's a guy party, you know, could be even a guy right there, or like if they start coming out, you hear a lot of action mid. Doesn't matter, just keep with the plan, just take water and then just rotate all the way back to A as fast as you can. And the guy at A, he has like utility to stall them and he could do whatever. His job is just not to die. Because like coming back up these stairs, you know, after you're clearing like lower stairs and water, like you're gonna have like the smoke's probably almost gone. You come up here, you're like literally in the open. There's so many ways to get shot at, and you're just probably gonna die.
What's a good way to retake B if like they maybe there's one guy left at A B Z and there's like 2 guys at A? Like what's the best type of
Like one guy at
rotation?
B. That one guy at B should be playing a little back. If he's playing here, you know, like trying to gauge somebody.
Or like I mean like if they already took the site maybe and like two people went down a B and there's like still like the one guy kind of like in spawn like ABZ or spawn or
Like over here or something.
yeah and like the two guys that
Uh,
come back towards CT spawn right to retake.
best way is if you have like no utility. If like if you're opping, I guess stay connect heaven and pray someone peeks you. Like as like the other two people come out lower. But most likely everybody just comes out lower. If you have no opportunity to flank, it's probably not a good idea to start flanking because you have to wait like 15 seconds to run across the map and then there could be a guy waiting for you. So everybody just come out lower. You just kind of like, you know, one guy holds this, other guy holds like, you know, he wide swings like this trying to like clear angles. And then it's just like you guys are just literally walking up with each other. If you have like utility like a smoke or something, you guys can smoke this off. It's probably the best because it prevents that guy from peeking. You can like flash over or something. Not like that specifically, but like, you know, because
Yeah.
some guy's gonna be here maybe. But you guys just need to clear angles together. As soon as this is clear, get in the pit right here. This is the best spot. And then you guys just come up together like this. And if this is smoked off, you have a really easy time. Like, you know, you clear a guy, you clear sight real quick, and then you just walk up together. And then one guy holds barrels, other guy like, you know, come down like this, clear this spot. And then, yeah, it's just all about like getting trades and like watching each other's backs. If like a terrorist gets a kill on a CT, like you have to get that trade, otherwise it's really hard. So you guys should be peeking angles almost together, but not like literally stacked onto each other.
For sure.
Because it only takes 6 seconds to defuse a bomb, right? So like you don't need to like rush in right away. Best thing is just to wait, see if terrorists. Because if it's like dead silent, right? Terrorists are like freaking out too, you know? Like you're not the only ones under pressure. They're like the guy who just planted the bomb. He's like waiting here, and if he peeks, he dies because like there's so many angles. It's risky for him. So he's literally holding here. You know, I think like 2015 or 2016, Freakazoid was literally right here. They had like a guy right here. This is like the major winning shit, you know? Like they had a teammate right here, another teammate like right here or like long or something, and all they had to do was hide. And Freakazoid, it was so quiet. Astralis was literally waiting right here, and then waiting like right there. And they all knew. And Freakazoid got a little antsy because it was so quiet for 15, 20 seconds. He literally just jiggle peeked and died. And then because this guy dies here, the two CTs just literally rush. And they like take control of this because they already know like where the other two people are. Because, you know, they waited and spotted people out. Because like terrorists are also looking for information too. Like, you know, you can't just let a guy walk up, you know, like literally next to you without peeking. So the best idea is just to wait like, you know, 5-10 seconds, try to get information. Once everybody's spotted, then you guys can like think of a plan to go together.
Okay, for sure. And like, what about like lurks and like long flanks for like long A and stuff like that?
As a CT,
Yeah. I think that's like not as recommended, or maybe every once in a while, depending if they're like you have.
it depends on the situation. Usually, like
Yeah.
if you flank once, don't do it again for like the next couple rounds, cause like
Yeah.
they're gonna be watching it again. But like you know that triple long A aggressive thing that I showed you guys. Like you guys can do that like once every time and just have like that double lurk, and the other guy just rotates back B. But
Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually. Okay.
that's like, yeah, that's a thing where it's like you know that they're going to be a lot, and you just do that to clear everything out of A and and then you can cheat people out. But for the most part, it's really hard to just like lurk all the way up, because like, you know, like you have to do it early in the round. You can't just like mid round just start walking long A, because
Right.
like what if they're already
Yeah.
in bathrooms? Not on this map.
Sure.
Yeah. So on T side, there's 2 setups basically, or 2 default. There's like B default, and then A default, basically. So you know how like that smoke I showed you to block on CT side? You want to use that kind of same smoke to block it off. You can either throw that from spawn. Does anybody know that? Like from the steps right here? So you should like basically throw that every round, in a sense, where every gun round I mean, because like if you throw that, they can't tell basically which, even if you go do like 4B or something and you still throw the smoke, they still hear it and they're like, okay, they're still in their A default, you know, and it keeps them honest a little bit. And you should still come out and kind of flash, and basically you're just watching the flank this way. You can even like, this is like lurking if you want, but this is but I'll go over A default first. So you smoke this from spawn. The other two people are like, you know, coming out, or 3 people, 2 people actually. One person, you should go stairs. You don't even need to peek. You can if you want. If you do peek, you have to molly first, so they don't just, you know, push. But you're just holding here, holding here, even holding here, holding on top, and hold here. Here is a little risky because like you could get traded if, you know, they rush you or something. But just hold stairs so you don't get ladder flanked. And you should wait there. Other guy at B, you should have 1 B lurker, not even lurker, but just holding the B push. You can play here, like wherever is comfortable. But this guy should also throw a molly every round. I think the molly like, fucking, I don't even remember that molly. So this molly, it like lands.
I know that with the short beat one, right?
The short B molly, right?
Yeah.
You should. So whoever is anchoring B lurk, you have to throw this every round. Because it prevents them from getting water control easy. You know what I mean? Like what I said, like, oh, we have 2 people pushing water, 2 people pushing here. If, you know, and this is smoked. Like if you know that they're doing this every round and you throw this molly, and then you have like a countermeasure is on like T side. If they do that every round and you know that they're taking water control, you throw that molly, have 2 people come here, and you literally just like start spamming, or you even throw a molly here. Those 2 people can't come down. They can't come here. And if they do come here, one of the 2 people are going to be late. And if they both don't commit, you guys are going to win like, or, you know, it's going to be like 4-on-2 or something, right? But yeah, so you throw that molly, you literally just wait for the push. You can lurk here. And the other 3 are at A. And you guys are getting long control. Or not, I mean, not long, but bathrooms control. First, you guys are going to clear mid. Basically you just want to get back control. You clear this, you flash or something, like flash over the wall, because there could be an opper holding here, or there could be, you know, so you want to clear this. And once you like are here or like on top of party, like 1 person comes here, the other 2 people come this way, like get long or something. If you have an op, you should go long. If you don't, then you guys can go all bathroom. But you want to clear top, mid, and then the guy at stairs over here, like who was previously there, you molly this and you wait. Once they're like on party, you're able to walk up a little bit, because then you know that like that guy has pressure in the back. And if there is a solo guy playing here, then you'll know. And then he'll be fighting the guy's party and he's stuck, and then you can creep up on him, you know, stuff like that. So once you have everything cleared here, you have bathrooms, you basically have mid control and you have connector control. So once you have that, it like you have so much space already. And then you have then you should go into bathrooms. Like you just clear together. There are multiple ways to clear along A2. Like you can throw a molly at the tree from like party, and then you just flash peek together. If you have an op, you can flash peek, try to kill the opper, but basically you just want bathroom control as a default, as like the A default. And then from A default, huh? What did you say? I don't know, whatever. So once you have bathrooms control, like you have all this space, right? Like you can literally be here. The CTs are falling, like you've taken so much space on the map, and they have to fall back like all the way over here, you know, like all positions. and you can literally just walk up and execute if you guys like have a specific execute that you guys like running. The two usually the executes that we ran were like the default this one and this one. I don't even remember the smokes honestly, but
Oh,
that was kind of our wall smoke just to get the bomb down if they're playing like super passive. And then like we have so much control that like the guy gets a bomb down, he falls back, and then everybody else is just playing, you know, like this, same back, and one person watching the flank or something. Other than that, like you should be, if you get trades and stuff, it's like the same thing. You don't have to execute every round, but getting bathrooms control is really strong and long control at the same time with connector control. That way that you know that you have all the space in the world to execute. And if, you know, like let's say you walk up all the way over here, like you have a guy here, you know, always be careful of this spot, by the way. This is a round losing spot. I swear to God. Like, you know, if you don't clear this corner and 3 people are just coming up this way and don't look, and you guys are like walking into sight, this guy will kill all of you. But yeah, so if you get a guy all the way up here and make some noise, like the CTs are calling, oh shoot, they're close A, so they're gonna start rotating. You guys can even like run all the way back down connectors since you already cleared that previously and have a guy watching flank, to like know if somebody's flanking, and you guys can run down connector to B or just random shit like that. But this guy should never, after you clear this, the stairs guy, you should never leave this area unless you guys are literally executing A, and then maybe you need to throw a smoke for them and then like, help them clear the trade. But as soon as like that round, like we have the bomb planted, your job is most likely to just watch the flank again, because you're probably the closest. Yeah, so that's your A default. The other B default is basically same thing. You have that guy smoking this, and then he comes just T-stairs like lawnmower and then just flashes. You can hide playground, you can hide here, you can even... I wouldn't recommend walking up by yourself, because in the off chance that they do get aggressive on you, you might die. That could be a big problem. If you die and they know you're alone, they have all this control here, and then they just cheat all the way everybody to B. So your job is just stay alive here. You could just wait. If you can make it to party, that's cool too. If you know that they're playing passive, it's your judgment. And then the B default is after that guy plays there, you have the same guy here. You're coming stairs to Molly, so they can't get aggressive on stairs. And your whole goal for this B default is to get water control. So you have the guy smoking here, mollying this, and then you have in that molly, after that guy, I think first spawn, or whoever knows this molly, like you just throw it, even if you have the best spawn. The third guy who has the worst spawn or like whatever, you should like come here, flash, or like you can even throw a flash on the run. But you should be throwing flashes for the 2 people who are coming this way to clear this, so they don't get headshot at this guy.
What about banking that flash, like if you're coming at a monster for equipment, banking it off like the little hill thing?
Right here?
Yeah.
That's fine too, but you still have to turn, and
yeah.
It's better if like there's no delay. Like if you're here and then there's still that delay and you have to turn. But as you're running, this flashes should be popping like this way, you know?
Yeah.
Just in the beginning, because like you want to make sure that this guy's blind, like 100%. This guy will kill you.
Yeah.
And then after you clear that, you know, you shouldn't have to worry about a guy pushing this because this is mollied. And if he does, you can hear it as you're running. You know what I mean? So once you have, this is your, after you have this like control, you have connector control, and you should know that if they have, yeah, it's just that, and then you can set up an execute. You know what I mean? That's all basically what the defaults are for. It gives you map control to give you an execute. Like you can smoke heaven. I don't remember how to do the bridge smoke unless you're here or something. What else is there? Yeah, this is pretty much it. These are like the two smokes you kind of need to know. You can get fancy. I know like VP used to do like smoke like this, a wall smoke like this, and then they would just molly and like this. And instead of like and this smoke, they would forget long and they would just rush 4B like this and just jump into pit right here and just frag everybody here and then clear like this. But that's like some advanced shit and you just have to be really fast with that. But I think this is the best. Like standard, you smoke this and I think you molly, like look at this dot, you like throw that molly and then molly's no, that's not the molly I was looking for. But you, that's an okay molly. It lands like right here, and then you should have another molly that lands like right here. So like this is just like anybody playing here will die because they get hit here and they run this way, and they're all you guys are also throwing flashes, you know.
Yeah.
So basically when you execute, the whole theory about executing is like you want to funnel everybody into a specific location and make sure your smokes and mollies are used to clear things that you don't want to look at, you know? It's a lot easier if you know that like since this is mollied and that this is mollied, that you don't have to look in this direction at all. So like, you know that this smoke is here, the heaven smoke is here. So if you don't have to look anywhere here, like you don't have to look left because there's smoke. You don't have to look heaven because it's smoke. Unless the guy's like right here or on the outside, and you don't have to look here, and you don't have to look here. So the only thing you need to look at is like a guy playing here, or even like right here and right here. So, but most likely there's gonna be a guy in pit, and a guy graffiti, and maybe even a guy long, you know?
Right.
But this guy, most likely not here because like if he is here while you guys are executing, he's probably gonna die, or in a bad spot anyways. So it's most likely gonna be like graffiti, pit, barrels. So like barrels guys falls back to pit because he's mollied. So 2 people pit there in theory and 1 guy graffiti or CT spawn. So that's mostly what you guys would need to look at. And like your aim gets like 100 times better when you know where to shoot, right? It's like you're not looking at like 3 different things like, oh my god, who do I shoot at? So you only need to shoot at this guy, you know, or this guy, and you already know.
Right. You just don't
So
want
that's how like
that are like hard, like losing battles or hard battles for you to win.
yeah, it's like because you're aiming like you're looking here and the guy like sort of peeks here and then you have to like, you know, pray to God that you hit a headshot first because like this guy got the jump on you, and CS is like a peeker's advantage game, so he peeked you first. He's gonna get at least 3 bullets on you before you get 2 or 3. Like you're gonna get 2 while he gets 3 because even if with the fast reaction, he shot you first. Yeah, and ping delay. So like if you don't headshot him, you're gonna die. So yeah, that's what you guys should be looking for when you execute. I don't really know the mollies and stuff like that. I know you can throw the barrel molly from here. I think you line up like
It's like the window
you just
thing.
like run or something. I don't know, but
I know that one.
there's a smoke right here that we used to run on like eco round or something. But you can even throw that on gun round if you don't even want to peek anything at all. Like you throw those 2 smokes and molly. And you literally just run out long and
That one's a side smoke though, right?
yeah, that one's a sight smoke. It just lands in the middle.
What about smoking the right side of that pillar? Do you think like when
Like right here?
Yeah, like should we do that when we're taking more short heavy? I mean monster heavy?
You can if you want. I think the mollies,
Molly's better.
like the purpose of the mollies is better because they're like, if they're in the smoke, they can literally play like this, you know?
Right.
You know what I mean?
not
They
run
can play
away.
around the smoke
Right.
and they just jump over. So it's not that great.
Okay.
But yeah, that's basically your 2 T defaults.
Okay.
But yeah.
That's good.
It's up to you guys to like adjust things, but I mean this is like the most basic, like standard of how you guys should be playing Overpass. Like, you guys can like do other creative things, but just getting the A and 2 defaults, or the A default and the B default that's all you guys need.
Yeah, that mauling short thing is one thing that's actually really important.
Because like if you do this, if you molly it every round, they're gonna be thinking like, it's like keeping them honest. They don't just walk out and get this for free, and then they
Yeah.
start like okay, he's playing aggressive, like, you know, you're gonna use an early smoke or something, you know?
And then
Like,
if you molly it, like, should more times than not, should you be trying to take water, or should you just molly it and kind of let them, you know, like you were saying, keep them honest?
yeah, it's like, it's up to you, like, as a team. Like,
Right.
if
So
you
if
want
someone
to execute
fades,
B, like, you know that executing B works a lot, or like even just going B in general, like throwing that molly and then taking waters is good. But like, let's say you just throw that molly, like, usually it's just what I mean by keeping them honest. Like, let's say you went B 4 times in a row and you won every single time, and all of a sudden, like, okay, after 4 times, the other team's gonna adjust because like they've gone through like 2 buy rounds, 2 save rounds, and they've thought of like a plan, or they should have thought a plan. Like most likely playing heavy B, like you know, playing aggressive B, or like, but most likely they're gonna be playing like 4B in reality because like they just lost B 4 times. You know, the guy at A's, you know, the guy at A's being tilted. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing, right? And then he's gonna send his rotator to stay B. So you throw that molly, and then all of a sudden you guys take bathrooms control. Now they have 4 people at B, and they're just waiting for you guys to execute. And they think you're still gonna execute because, you know, they don't know that you guys aren't here because they saw the molly like a default. They saw a couple flashes. You know, you made some noise at B. Like you can even just like start spamming or the spot. Like you know, do that every round or something. But careful for getting shot here.
And then,
But
like, what do you think about like if we're taking B consistently, and then let's say we drop around, like, or even if we don't drop around, like, do you think we should switch it up and go A at times, and fucking, and I guess kind of like go back and forth, or if B is just always working, just always hit B?
I mean, what's the saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
Like you just have to recognize why you lost. Like let's say a guy pushes smoke, and he killed 3 people. You know, and then it's like, okay, this guy, he just made a big play and he won that way. But if he has to do that again, then most likely, you know, it's not gonna work. Unless
Right.
like you guys don't notice that he does that and you know can't pinpoint why. But if they like start playing more B or something, like you run into like 5 people like playing B, you know, you just ran into the whole team stack, or like they're throwing these mollies that you can't run past, or these flashes are too good. Like if you then you guys should switch it up. But most likely, like if you guys take B 5 times in a row, like 5 gun rounds, not like 5 rounds, like you know 3 gun rounds, 2 ecos. Then it's a little like, okay, they weren't guns, but or not even 5 gun. The 3 gun rounds is enough to know if like you guys can take B. Like maybe you guys even get picks or something. You guys like kill a guy and then you guys just run out. But for the most part, if you guys just keep taking B, stick to it until you notice that they start stacking or throwing like counter flashes or counter mollies differently. Because then, if you guys execute the same way over and over, like if you're like a professional team, you have all the time in the world to like know 10 different executes, then you guys can like switch up the executes because you know their B is weak. But if you guys only know one execute, and it's really easy to adjust after a while, like, you know, like, oh shoot, they're throwing these smokes again. Like, we know that this is mollied, so we can't play here anymore. Maybe play here instead, you know? Or maybe even play like closer cat, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like, what throws most people off, especially in team environments, like you have a spot that you play in a pug all the fucking time, right? And you've never been smoked out or mollied, and all of a sudden these fucking mollies are just ruining your life, and you don't know how to play B anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially as an offer, like you've never been smoked out in your life like that. But yeah, it's because like people practice this stuff, you know? It's like holding drop, like playing in drop, like they can bank a nade through that doorway and it hits everyone like on top of the stairs. That fucks you, bro. And it's like you can't just wait there in the beginning. And if they do that every round, you know, you just wait. Like you just don't even stand there. You like, okay, he's gonna be nading soon. Like once he throws a nade, you guys can be there. And if they nade stack, like you stay the fuck away from drop.
And then like what do you think about, like, I think the biggest thing is like fucking like mid round where like it's 3v4, like we like lose 2 or we lose 1, it's 3v4, and it's like mid round transition. I guess that's like on the fly calls, right? It's a little
That's
more
all experience, but
complicated. Yeah.
if it's like you're on the disadvantage on CT side, and if you're always outnumbered on CT side, you should always be playing gamble. Like
Okay.
there are like instances where like let's say you have 3 people alive, and it's all about information, like who has the
Right.
most information. Um, because let's say like you know that there's just a lot of people bathrooms, right? So and you had 3 people, they have 4. I would say just play passive as fuck at B and just play CT spawn like this, or like even heaven, or if you're playing here, you're literally isolated. You can't peek till your teammates come here. So I would just play here, and have 2 people just play A like normal, you know?
And then like on T side though, like what about like going back and forth and getting rotators, catching rotators, shit like that?
That's really good. That's like the mid round shit, like where
Yeah, yeah.
just being patient. Because if you know a guy is flanking all the time, and you guys just start or like cheating, like his rotate, then you guys just put pressure on the opposite side, and then you know that he's gonna be rotating. You just have a guy lurking to kill him.
Right. And then if he stops lurking, then, or if he stops flanking, then you know that there's gonna be like 3 towards CT or whatever.
Yeah,
If
because
he's
it
going
only takes this guy like once to get punished for him to stop doing it. Because if he gets punished, he's probably gonna like lose that round because he got punished. You know what I mean? Those are like live and die by the play. It's like pushing. It's a huge gamble. High risk, high reward. Like that guy, he knows he's flanking 5 people or 4 people, and if it works, he's gonna get all those kills or like. But if he dies, then it's a free. You guys just rotate back to the other place, and they're down their main player who's holding it.
Right, for sure.
That's why like it's always good to have one person dedicated to watch the flank for a bit, and it's like all timing. You can get unlucky, but for the most part, if you're watching it, that guy's not gonna flank it.
Yeah, because I always feel like the biggest thing is like mid round, where like maybe even if we do have an advantage to 3-4 and then we have 4, it's like, oh, one gets picked and then it's like a scramble to fucking get back together to go somewhere.
On CT side, if you guys are always up, you guys should always play passive, because they're
Okay.
gonna be coming into a site together, and if you give them the opportunity to get a pick, then you will lose that round. Like, you guys should never be pushing when you guys are up numbers on CT side.
Right.
If you're down numbers, then yes, you have to make that play in a sense where like, let's say you have like 2 people A and 1 person B, and you guys have no idea where they're doing. You can have like 1 person push long A and just gamble or like push bathrooms and spot it. And if you get lucky enough where he can get a kill or even get information that there's nobody here, then the other guy can literally rotate all the way back to B, and that guy can lurk, connector to flank the B execute or the B push. And it's like,
Right.
that could win you around. Or even the vice versa, like you have a guy water and you have 2 people at A, and or like 2 people at B and you have 1 water, and like this guy, like he comes water. If water's clear, most likely that nobody's coming to B. Like there's 2 people at B, 1 at A, and you guys are 4 versus 3. Like this guy, he can literally throw a flash for the guy here. Like if you want to peek water, always ask for a flash and you just peek. And like if you clear this, there's nobody here, then you most likely are not gonna be coming here, and you can just wait here, or wait in like right here for like to spot long B, or even wait here, like be super patient. But you shouldn't start flanking right away,
Right.
unless it's like 15 seconds, cause like and they're like already making noise up there. Because if it's dead silent, there could be a guy waiting for you to push, and if you die, B side's completely open.
Right.
Yes.
Like if you're a terrorist, let's say, and then you take 2 down A, like, do you think just going fast a lot of the time is good for taking A, or just kind of like go slow and then kind of wait, see if a guy comes through connector and shit like that, or do you think it's just you get to do 2 picks in A, like for sure there's at least 2 on B, like deep B, like pit, and
Yeah, I mean, if
and
you
just
guys
take
are
it
like
fast.
up numbers, like 5v5, always just rush the site that you just gotta pick at. Like if you got 2 picks especially, dude, like there's nobody gonna be here. And if there
Yeah.
is, like he's gonna be coming jump up or something, and you could throw that like
Those molly that
volley
yeah,
or whatever.
yeah,
And if you don't have a smoke, you just
get on the
whatever.
wall.
But if it's like a slower round, like you guys are up here and you guys are walking, and you have like CTs come here, and you guys get a kill at like, if you get 2 kills, you should always kind of go to the site you just got 2 kills at, because at most there's gonna be one other person, or like, at least one person, at most two, because if they have two there, then you know that's kind of weird. They really took the gamble, but most likely there's only one extra person, and he's not gonna be in a forward spot.
And then like,
But
what if there's like one person hella pushed up and everyone else is kind of behind? Is that person in the front? Do you think? You think a person should just go in, balls out, or should wait a little bit for his teammate to come?
so you mean like if this guy's here and his teammate's kind of back, and he gets 2 kills like right away?
Or yeah, or like one dies long and then one dies at like default optimus, and then like there's just one guy pushed up kind of bathroom close, and the rest are kind of, I guess, playground or connector. Or
I
something.
would say that's all judgment, but
Right.
I would say wait a little bit. Like he can get
Wait for
more
your teammate.
forward positioning, but he shouldn't be like pushing into the side, being like, you know what I mean? Like he could get close to the flower pot and just be spotting, like clear the closer angles for your team, so that when you guys
Right.
run in, it's not like everybody's clearing angles. And if he does die, then he has information, where that person is, or like, you know, he could do damage. But you shouldn't be like going balls deep ever, because like you could die.
Right. Okay.
Maybe even throwing like flashes to delay the rotate, or even mollies to clear, like pre-clear stuff. But other than that, like,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. I know it's hella general, hella like basic stuff, but I'm just wondering.
Honestly, this map is for the opper.
Yeah.
Like if you have an op at A, it's really hard to take, and they just start going back to B, and they start executing B. Oh, there are setups like this for A. If you guys have like double guns and you guys are playing 2 at A, I think the best spot is like playing 2 bathrooms like this. Playing like 1 here and 1 gateway.
Right.
Who are your A players?
It's me and Warnstar.
I really like doing this. Like if they're just taking things slow or getting bathroom control a lot, and you guys don't have an op, I like playing like 1 person here, or basically like you guys just smoke this off.
Yeah.
And you guys are just stacking here in the beginning, and you guys see through this. Like, don't do this every round, but like, you know, you guys can spot feet. You know what I mean? Have you done
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
Do this, and then you smoke. You just use your 2 smokes there or something, you know, and then you start falling back. Or like, if you hear people long or something, then you want to start falling back earlier. And then like, once you fall back, you can even do this boost, sign boost, and then like play around differently. I wouldn't recommend doing the sign boost unless you have a smoke for long, cause like
Right.
if you drop, you know what I mean? Like you can't just drop and try to fall back this light. You have to like have like this smoked out a little bit, and then you can fall back a little, cause like, or even use this long smoke as cover, cause like if they start pushing here, then you guys can do like a cheeky flash to run through.
Hey, Warnstar. Do you want to see what it looks like? Yeah.
You just basically it's for the guy here, and then killing this guy. Yeah.
Hey, can I get on your head real quick?
I would always do this with the gun, cause it's like when you're scoped in, like you only see like this angle with an op, and it's like if some guy peeks you here and you know he notices you, you know, like you're not gonna be able to shoot him.
Yeah, and they have so much information right there.
And if you have an op, you can just hold it by yourself, like literally just
Right.
here.
Okay.
Usually when I have to go with an op at A, I don't always go for the pick, but like, you know, the smoke right here, like you know, the smoke off the bathroom or the trash can, and then you just get on top of party, and then you just try to get a pick. I only do this if they don't nade mid. If they nade mid every round, you know, like as you're playing A, like you know if they nade mid a lot. If they nade mid, never peek mid.
Right.
Because like you'll get hit by a nade and you'll be slow as fuck, and then they can chase you down.
And
But if
then
they don't nade mid, like I would go peek party over the smoke.
And-
If they don't name it, like you just come up here and you just like swing and you shoot and you kill and then you run back. And
then,
when
like,
if you ever go for a late mid pick or a mid pick, you should always have backup. Like kind of have a guy like ready to flash as soon as you
Right,
shoot,
right.
because then they might just rush you as well.
Okay, yeah. 'Cause,
Uh,
like I was about to ask, like, if Warren's gonna be like opping right here, should I be helping him? Like,
Yeah, you should be
back
helping
here,
him
or
like
should
over
I be
here.
helping him or back here is better.
Like you don't push up with him. You should be just back here like with a flash shot or something, and then that way you
Right,
can
and
listen
flash
to
out.
the stairs push too. You know.
Okay, yeah.
Another option is like going with an op to peak stairs. Like you don't
Mhm.
even need to like same concept. But you should do this kind of at the same time of when your team gets water control at B. But instead of having like the two at A or three at A, I mean, you have like three at B. So you just peek long. You have your other teammate just with the flash out or like kind of spotting. You're not flashing to help him. You're just spotting so that he knows that
There's two.
there's somebody that can flank him.
Wait, sorry. Can you repeat that?
Like when the opera peaks stairs, you don't want to peek. Like you're basically just spotting to let him know that there's some action here, that he could get flanked. You know.
Right. Okay.
So that way, like he knows he has to watch the flank, and at the same time, if he gets a kill here, you should kind of get out through the door, anyways, and then rotate back. And once he does that, like you should never stay in connector for more than like 10 seconds.
Okay.
Like it's really risky.
And then the rifler's just back here, fucking.
And then you fall back
stalling.
to side.
Right. And then, what's your opinion on playing long? Playing like, if I don't have an op, or since like I guess I'm right, like I do like opping too, but like if I'm rifling and I'm like supporting.
If
what's
you're
your
solo,
opinion
I
on
would
playing?
never play long by myself.
Right.
Like if you're solo, you should always play in sight. Because if
Yeah.
you die, like
Or like, what if he's opping like a party and he falls back to the bathroom part? He
oh,
comes back there.
I just that was just like a general thing. But if he's opping on top of flower, the rifler, you can even push up this way if you want. Like you can literally do this every round until they punish it. Kinda,
Right.
not really, but you know, every other round or something. But
Well, like, what do you think about playing like in here?
oh yeah, I like playing.
Yeah.
Just so that, but it just gets really awkward for you because, let's say this guy, he shoots and there's action long, but he can't help you anymore because he has to back out.
Right.
Unless like especially if the other team's opping.
I have to put
Unless he
some
kills the
rain
opper,
shit,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Like, I've watched so much rain demos where he just sits here and he just fucking.
Yeah, this is a really good
Right.
spot. And then like, but if you do stay here, you need to like smoke this out so they don't just rush you right out, and then then your teammate could literally like he just waits here, has a flash prime for you to peek, or like he peeks on contact. Like when you shoot, he swings out just to get the trade or even get another kill.
If, that's only if there's too long, right?
Yeah,
if
too long.
he's,
You
like,
should never play
peeking
long
behind-
alone, aggressive by yourself.
Right. Okay. If he's peeking behind, then I'm bathroom, of course.
I mean,
supporting,
your
flashing out.
your teammate with an op can die, and you're kind of just left there. But that's you still weren't alone there, you know. So it's
Yeah.
different. But if you guys are still long, you guys need to let your teammate know that like he needs to rotate to watch the site, because like
Right.
he should be playing like truck or something, or like jump up or stairs.
Right,
Because
okay.
if you guys are stuck long over there, like this, they can just run this way. You know, they can just run into
Just
sight,
mark
and
up.
you guys are you have no idea.
Right. Yeah, because I feel like you just give up so much. You either give up a portion, right? You give up like all of long, or you give up like
Yeah.
all of
Because like in theory,
all of-
you can't hold everything. Like you
like,
can't, cause like there's so many different ways to get to a site and so many angles that if you try to hold everything at once, you spread your manpower too thin. So it's like the teams are coming at you with more than one person, and you're one person. So
Right.
on any defense as a CT, like you just want to be able to take something away from the terrorist. And this is a very generalized term. Like you just take map control, and then you give something up for the map control that you've taken. So
Right.
you're basically trying to funnel them into an area where you want them and know where they can go.
Okay. For sure.
Because like if you're playing retake B, or like you're playing very like two people at B, you're basically playing retake, and you're letting them have B or you're playing B a little passive and giving them B, in opposed to playing aggressive as two people. And if they die, they're guaranteed to die. Like no doubt. Like unless they get multi kills, which is it's really hard. Like when you're getting executed on and there's 5 people rushing you, like you can't like stop a whole team rushing. So you give up that map control and then you take something else, and then in return like you're able to like wrap around them, or flank in a sense. But yeah.
For sure. Yeah, that's actually a lot of good shit, dude. Appreciate it, man. Sohn, do you
CS is hard,
train
man.
with the Dominator?
Do I train? Nah. I've just known him since high school,
Oh, for
but I
sure.
don't do his like MMA stuff.
For sure. Like, what seasons do you play? Or like 2021s or season 20s or?
I don't even remember. Good look.
Right.
My first, well, I have my ESC account since 2006. 24.
Yeah, like I had my fucking old one from 1.6, but I never played Source. But
So I've been playing this. I've
back
been
to
playing
CS:GO.
CS since I was like 10 years old, and that's the only game I've ever played outside of Dota.
Dude, me too, except I never played Dota. I've only played CSGO and then N64 and Game Boy Pokemons.
So like, yeah, I played 1.6 in season 5, but I didn't play a lot. I played more Cal back in the day because, I was like 10, 11 years
Yeah.
old and I couldn't pay for ESEA. So I was Cal Invite, but then when everything switched over to ESEA, I had to stop playing because I didn't have a credit card and my parents didn't let me play.
Yeah.
So I played like Dota, but I started playing Go in like season 15, and then I stopped season 24-ish.
Yeah, I remember, or like I played Premiere.
What's up?
Fucking.
So fucking noob.
You're new.
But yeah, like I played Premiere back in the day, and in the middle of a match, my mom comes in my room and slams my computer on the floor.
Damn.
Like,
Yeah, I used to alt tab every time my parents come in the room, and I got cut from three teams in a span of 2 weeks. I got blacklisted when I was like 12 years old, and I couldn't join the team for a while.
Haha.
I don't know exactly what you mean.
Josh,
I
you
was
gonna
on a
play
team.
with us?
Nah, I was on a team called We Make History, and I was on Malevolent Revolution and A
Dude,
Push, and then
You suck.
Yeah, that's the East, right?
Huh?
Wasn't that an East team? We Make History?
I mean it was mixed,
Was that West?
but they were all I mean we were in like this central division because like when you get to like Premier and Invite, it's
right.
all like one division.
Yeah. So
Yo, how long does it take for the ESCA to activate? I paid for it like 10 minutes ago.
should be like instant, right? Like
been a
once it's
while.
paid through. Yeah, what's up, Varson? Fucking
What's
Don
up,
asked me
dude?
to join yesterday or 2 days ago.
Nice. You gonna kill it?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. Yes. Well, we have 11 active people. Holy shit.
I'm all like every fucking day just wrecking people.
I'm surprised you guys are 7-4.
You should be like way fucking.
think I played one game and I dropped
actually
like
never
2
played a
kills.
match. I've never played a match with these guys. I was super stoked to play a 5, but then we got a forfeit win.
Hey, honestly, I didn't think you guys would be positive. Well, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but
Oh yeah, me either.
You're an asshole.
That's
You're
why
an
I
asshole,
didn't
Josh.
join. That's why I
because
didn't
like
join
I
in the
know
beginning.
Julius, like I think Julius is another bot compared to my standards.
Yeah. That's why I
Compared,
didn't
like,
At least he
join,
tries
dude.
though. He
That's
tries.
why I didn't join in
He
the
like
beginning.
he puts an effort. So
I mean, that's
it's
why
a good
like
thing.
when we were in high school, dude. Basically, there's this like PC cafe that everybody wanted to hang out at, and everybody wanted to always go. And I was like, dude, I don't want to play games because I play games at home, and it's like coming to play games with people who suck. It's not fun.
Fuck you, bro. I was there all day.
I know.
You're a
Oh,
douche,
shit.
dog.
Wait, so Varson and Dom and Son, you guys all went to high school together?
Yeah. I learned
Like-
since like middle school, high schoolish.
Like
The
I,
fuck?
it's like when you play a game, I play it competitive, you know, and everybody else plays casually, and it's like it's.
Bro, we're playing Han at like 1700, 1800,
I
bro.
mean, Han was different. Han was different. But I just don't like paying money. But like when people used to go play CS and like FPS games, I was like, dude, this is not fun at all. Han was pretty fun, but
You sucked at Han, bro.
I just don't like playing
1v1
paying
Devo?
money.
That was before even ranks and shit like that too. We were like, oh, I don't want D rank, bro.
Yo, when's my thing gonna fucking subscribe?
If you paid for it, shit should
I
be.
paid for it. I got a receipt.
Maybe hit up support. Wait, don't you have ESEA?
I was unsubscribed for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Dude, Mackenzie Derns just got rocked, dude. She got fucked.
Who's a 5? I don't know. Dom called me. I guess.
That's what he
I don't
said.
know.
That's why when I came in here to teach you guys how to play Overpass, I was like, who's your fifth? Because I only saw us 5. And then he said Varson was playing.
Oh, okay. I thought he said some other person. But I added pretty much everybody. I buddied Warren Star, Nguyen, Salty, Luft.
Shit, dude. You're just looked at your fucking ACA page, dude. And it's just all bug and mouse scrim team. That is some old school shit.
Dude. I haven't scrimmed with them for hella days though. It's been forever. We don't really play anymore that much. But it's all the old fucking like most of the people and they don't even play anymore. Like Leroy Blunt, so don't even really play that much anymore. I think he played like a few scrims last month. That's about it.
Just looking at your buddy list. Some very old names.
Yeah, I guess you could say I was a 1.6 OG once upon a time. I went by Jesus Buddy. Or JB back in the day. Or Chang spelled backwards.
Wait, Chang spelled back. Oh, Chang. Never mind. That's a
Yeah, like
Chong.
G-N-A-H-C.
There was a Chung back in the day.
But yeah, that's crazy. I never played Source ever because my computer, well, it was broken and it couldn't even handle Source back in the day.
No one likes
Fucking-
Source. Except
That-
like all the old school 1.6 players, they don't like Source. They only played Source because of CGS. They got paid. And all the big like tournaments were for Source at the end.
Yeah, so sad. Like I stopped around 2005, I think 2005-ish. I don't even remember high school to be honest. Wait, so Varson, you're playing B? Or what do you usually play on Overpass?
He plays spec. He's dead.
Dead at all times.